hidden beyond the last visible mountain range, where maps faded into blank parchment and travelers turned back in fear of the unknown, lay the secret kingdom of NOOR Valley, a place whispered about only in bedtime stories and half-forgotten songs. The valley was protected by towering emerald peaks that glowed softly at dawn and dusk, as if kissed by the sun itself, and waterfalls of silver light poured down their sides, feeding rivers that shimmered like liquid stars. For centuries, NOOR Valley remained unseen by the outside world, guarded by ancient magic woven into the land by the first kings and queens who believed that light must be protected from greed. It was said that only those with pure hearts and unbroken courage could ever find the hidden paths that lead into the valley. And even then, the valley revealed itself only when it chose to. The people of NOOR Valley lived in harmony with the land, their homes carved into crystal stone and flowering trees, their streets lit by floating lanterns that glowed brighter with joy and dimmed with sorrow. At the heart of the valley stood the Crystal Citadel, a majestic castle built from luminous stone that reflected every color of the sky, and within it rested the heart of NOOR, a living crystal that powered the valley's magic and kept darkness at bay. The kingdom was ruled by Queen Aylin, wise and gentle, whose ancestors had sworn an oath to protect the heart at all costs. Yet, despite the valley's peace, an ancient shadow stirred beyond the mountains, drawn by the growing power of the heart, as the world outside fell into chaos. Far from the hidden valley, in a small mountain village, lived a young shepherd boy named Zion, who had grown up hearing fragments of legends about a land of light beyond the peaks. Orphaned at a young age, Zion often felt a strange pull toward the mountains, as if the wind itself called his name. One night, while chasing a lost lamb during a storm, he discovered a narrow glowing path that appeared beneath his feet, winding between the cliffs where no path had ever existed before. Guided by a warmth in his chest he couldn't explain, Zion followed the light until the mountains opened before him, revealing the breathtaking beauty of NOOR Valley, glowing beneath the moonlight. As Zion stepped into the valley, the air itself seemed to welcome him, and the lanterns brightened as he passed, whispering softly, like voices of approval. The guardians of the valley, enchant beings, shaped from light and stone, surrounded him, sensing something familiar in his presence. When Zion was brought before Queen Aylin, she gazed at him with wonder and sorrow, for the boy bore the royal mark of NOOR, a symbol long thought lost with the disappearance of the last prince many years before. Zion learned the truth of his past. He was the final heir of NOOR Valley, hidden away as a child to protect him when a dark sorcerer named Malric attempted to steal the heart of NOOR and plunged the kingdom into war. Malric, banished beyond the mountains but never destroyed, had felt the awakening of the heart and was gathering shadow forces to breach the valley's defenses. As darkness crept closer, the people of NOOR Valley placed their hope in Zion, though he doubted himself, feeling unworthy of a destiny so vast. Under the guidance of the queen and the valley's elders, Zion trained in the ancient ways of light, learning to listen to the land, to wield courage as his greatest weapon, and to understand that true power came not from strength, but from compassion. The valley itself responded to his growth, flowers blooming where he walked, and the heart of NOOR pulsing brighter with each selfless act. When Malric finally attacked, the sky over NOOR Valley darkened, and shadows poured through cracks in the mountains, clashing with the glowing guardians in a battle that shook the land. Standing before the Crystal Citadel, Zion faced Malric, not with hatred, but with the memory of every kind moment he had ever known, raising his hand as the heart of NOOR answered his call. Light surged through the valley, washing over the darkness, not destroying it, but transforming it, breaking Malric's hold and revealing the sorrow that had twisted his soul. With a final cry, the shadows dissolved, and the mountains sealed once more, restoring peace to the hidden kingdom. In the aftermath, Zion was crowned king of NOOR Valley, though he ruled not from a throne, but among his people, walking the glowing streets and listening to their voices. Under his reign, the valley flourished brighter than ever, and, while it remained hidden from the world, its light quietly spread beyond the mountains through acts of kindness, courage, and hope. And so the secret kingdom of NOOR Valley continued to exist, not just as a place, but as a promise that even in the darkest times, there would always be a hidden light waiting to be found by those brave enough to seek it.